Today we are offered a very strong energy, to heal a past wound, to develop a stronger sense of self, and to use our past experiences to empower and inspire ourselves and others. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock your path to transformation and success, gaining an understanding of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus for June the 13th, 2024. So we'll start with the numerology. We have the 13 energy. The 13 is actually a very lucky energy. Although what happens to us under a 13 energy sometimes doesn't look too much like luck in our eyes. So things may happen today, but it's in order to write us on our path, to put us in front of where we need to have the focus, the attention right now. 1 + 3 is 4, so it could be our family, it could be our home, it could be our foundation, our strengths, our plan, our strategy, all of our ducks in a row. And if we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 6 + a 4 + an 8. That gives us an 18 energy. The 18 energy is about going within, understanding your truest talents, your truest passions, your truest potential. 1 + 8 is a 9. And the 9 energy is about allowing things to stay in your rearview mirror, or putting things in your rearview mirror. It's about clearing space. It's about making room for those things that you want to bring into your world going forward. We have the sun in Gemini, moon is in Virgo, and we have the sun sextile in CHIRON today. And it's an energy that allows us to transform pain into purpose. Okay, so take the time to reflect on a past wound. Maybe how it's shaped your life. And use this understanding to find purpose, to find direction. Empower others. Share your story. Offer support, guidance to maybe somebody going through something very similar. And when you share that, you heal a little bit more from the experience. When you help another go through their struggle, you end up healing just as much. You get rewarded just as much as the person you are helping. So maybe you lost somebody, and now somebody you know has lost somebody that's significant in their life as well. A child, a spouse, a best friend, a parent. Or maybe you had somebody very close to you with an addiction, and how you struggled through that addiction with them in your own way, and what helped and what didn't help, and what you found to be useful steps going forward. It could be that they're leaving a bad relationship and you had a bad relationship. I mean, your buddy lost his job, he got fired. Well, you got fired too, and you got over it. How did you get over it? So sit down and be a sympathetic ear, perhaps. Okay? Practice self-compassion and allow yourself the time to heal from this, okay? So give yourself permission and give yourself the time and the space to heal. Absolutely. Now, Mercury is also sextile in Chiron. So the wounds we heal may be related to our communication, our lack of communication, how we communicate, and also our self-expression, how we show ourselves to the world. Maybe it's through our creative actions. Maybe it's through the things that we create, the things we build. Maybe it just is infused in every part of who we are. So with Mercury involved, words, stories have healing energy. Our inner thoughts would have healing energy as well. So this is a time to meditate, to journal, to have conversations with others. That all has great influence on not only healing, but making you stronger, wiser. Okay, and the best way of doing that is by balancing the logic and the emotional parts of you. Okay, the wounds are usually emotional. And so when we look at it with great emotion, we almost believe that we're back there again. But when you can detach the emotion a little bit and look at it from a logical point of view, you gain the wisdom, the sage wisdom, the knowledge, the clarity, the understanding. And that allows you to go forward into new experiences, knowing this now. You didn't know it before. Otherwise, you would have made different choices. Okay. Oh, I need a little drink here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so, well, let's turn to the card, shall we? Okay, now, as promised, I got up next week's weeklies for you. So, and you know what? It's actually a good week to put up early because we have like 2 planets changing. The sun changes. So, happy birthday to Cancer quite soon, right? In another week, it'll be your birthday or the start of the birthday season. So there's a lot of energy, and don't worry, I've got your back, okay? So listen to your sun, to your moon, to your rising signs, and you will have a complete understanding of where you need to put your focus, how to embrace the energy around you, and how to move forward with a grace. Okay. Our underlying energy for today is the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is playing nicely with others. It is competitions. But I don't think the competitions are really, all that great. It's more of a competition to test your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom. So we will probably find ourselves in groups of people and melting together as one. So we may all come with the same story, but told a different way. And how each of us dealt with it. It could be that, we come together. Maybe you're teaching. Maybe you are a student. Maybe, and you gotta give them their space. So it's about allowing them to have the floor. It's about being that good listener, and then don't try and hide your stories. So it's not really a competition. I think we're more coming together, or we have the opportunities to come together as a collective and heal with others, which is pretty spectacular when you think of it. Can you imagine if we all came together once a day just for an hour and just sent out healing energy to each other? What a difference that would make in the world. And there are scientific studies done. I think they took a city or something, and a group of people, like 120 people, got together, and every day they meditated for like an hour on this city, that they would have joy and happiness, low crime, all this stuff. And the crime rate did drop significantly. Suicides dropped significantly. Okay, the bad vandalism and stuff, it dropped significantly. People were happier in the town. They recorded it all, and then slowly after the month they stopped, and then it slowly went back to where it was. So what if we just did that on a consistent basis? Just get together, everybody on the planet. Okay, anyways, the Fool. The Fool comes out as our very first card here. Oh, it's about new paths. It's about, when we allow healing, okay, it opens up a world to us that wasn't available to us before because we carried it around with us. Maybe you were told that you shouldn't, you couldn't, you mustn't, you can't. And you believe them for whatever reasons they gave you. Because at the end of the day, we just want to be loved and we want to be accepted. So we didn't want to be shunned. We didn't want to be pushed away. And somebody told us that we shouldn't, we couldn't, we mustn't, we can't, or these things might happen to us. We may find ourselves alone, the only one standing, on the other side of the fence. Everybody's on the... We don't want that. So of course we bend to what society says we should be doing and we shouldn't be doing, and how we should act and how we shouldn't act. And so, but when we get personal information, like you shouldn't do that, or your teacher said, don't ever think you're going to be a doctor, or, get to know a mop or something like that, or you'll never be a great writer. Stop that. You know how few people actually make a living writing, and you think you're that good? You think your name should be with them? Come on. And people talk us out of our dreams. They poke holes in them. They tear them apart. They make us feel kind of silly for even, humoring the idea within ourselves. But that leaves a scar, because that is something that we were called to do. Good thing people like, Stephen King, or, I could name 1,000 actors. I could name 1,000 singers. I could name 1,000 people in history that were probably told they couldn't. If you go into some of the past stories, look at Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders was like 67 years old, or maybe even a little older, before Kentucky Fried Chicken came to be. He worked his whole life. He had like $150 left. He was a couple of years in his forced retirement. He had no money, and he thought, well, I know how to make chicken, so I'll make some chicken. See if the neighbors will buy it for their supper tonight. And, well, the rest is history, isn't it? So you're never too late for the experience of a new beginning. Okay? You're never, keep embracing that new beginning, that new start. That's what keeps you young. That's what keeps you alive. It keeps you motivated and enthused about who you are, where you're going, and what a mark you make in the world. Okay, so we have the Fool here. This is, we don't need anything in order to go forward. We just need to believe in ourselves. We just need to have that confidence to step into our tomorrow. So, it's about healing that wound, and a whole path opens up to you that you didn't even know was there. Maybe you were always told you should be seen and not heard, and then when it came to public speaking, oh my gosh, you fainted at times, like you just turned white. You can't do it. You tried all that stuff, all that jazz, and you can't do it. But it was because somebody told you, in order to be accepted in this room right now, you cannot be heard, so go stand over there. And it became your thing, right? Well, I want to be accepted in this room, so I'll go stand over there. I'll stay out of the way. And that has not gotten you in front of the people that you need to be in front of. So all of a sudden you make that courageous move to be noticed within the crowd. And you shake hands with the right person. Oh my gosh, there's your whole new world opening up to you. We have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is about understanding what needs to, it's about death and rebirth. It's about understanding what we need to let go of, what we need to move away from, and what we need to step into. And that we can't drag yesterday with us. And yesterday is only alive in your mind, okay? It's gone. Okay, we can't literally step back into yesterday and change anything. It's gone. It's only up here now. So let it go. Let it be in the rearview mirror. Because today is a new day. Today is a new start. We have the Fool as our very first card, so I don't feel that I'm being over dramatic in saying that today could be the first day of the rest of your life in a very wonderful way. But we have to do the work, and we have to allow the healing, and when we allow the healing, we can leave that part of us in the rearview mirror and create a new sense of self, a stronger sense of self, a more courageous one that we will take a risk on. And we have the Lovers, so it's embracing who you are, embracing your passions, your dreams, your desires. It's about knowing where you want to go and why you want to go there. Now, it could be relationships as well. This could be new relationships coming in. You meet them probably through groups of people today. They might be somebody very different from the kind of person that you would usually go out on a date with, or even talk to or meet. They wouldn't be normally within your circle of people, but for some reason they're there, and that could start a whole new beginning for you, which could turn into an incredible love. Okay, so there is a couple of you sitting out there where this will be your reading. Absolutely. For others of us, it's gaining new friendships. It's making stronger bonds with the people we know, the people that we want to bring into our world, the people that we want to be friends with, like-minded people. And they may open us up to a new opportunity. Once again, it's about leaving the past in the past and celebrating the new beginnings and the new starts. And something could even come in to help you really get motivated in order to step in a new direction. Embrace your passions, embrace your dreams, or embrace the person that's sitting next to you. Okay? It's all about growing and deepening the bonds. And that could be implementing new actions within your goals, within your desires, innovative, new creative ideas. Absolutely, a new path could open up to you that you just fall in love with immediately. Or a person comes into your life and you become best of friends over time. Or maybe join together in some kind of business pursuit. A mentor, a teacher. Shift your energy, the 19. We'll have the 19 energy tomorrow, right? Because today was an 18 energy, right? So tomorrow would be a 19. Well, not always. The numbers do come across differently when you add it together. So maybe not. Maybe we'll get to the 10 just by a 10 or something. I don't know. We will work that out tomorrow, not today. Okay, so here we are. Shift your energy. The 19. Now, the 19 is about us, our ego, our self, our presence, what we do, how we shine. So I guess when we allow healing in, we would be shifting our energy, wouldn't we? Okay. Clear your energy, the energy of those around you, and the energy of your environment. Winds of change are blowing in your awareness. In order to prepare for what is ahead, begin the process of renewal. This process might include clearing away the old that no longer has a purpose in your life. It may mean changing old habits and patterns that you are ready to release. An example might be actively avoiding overly sugary foods if you're trying to eliminate excessive sugar from your diet. View this as a time of shedding that can be achieved with ease and grace. So allow, be flexible to the moment. Allow it to show you what it's trying to bring into your focus. Okay, an animal, you say. Let's get an animal card here. Who do we have? Oh, well, we have the humpback whale today. The king of air, intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. And there was that, a little bit in the astrology about detaching our emotion, becoming a little bit more logical. So also being a little bit more impartial, stop beating yourself up, allow forgiveness to come in. So the humpback whale is here. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. And as an overall, like when you think of all the energy that's happening under the underlying energy, that's very good advice. Okay, we're being told, first of all, not to share with just everybody, right? Just a select few. That's been a message that has been popping in and out. if you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. Find somebody who's already walked the path. And I think we can do that on a healing path as well as a professional path or a personal path. That if we want to lose that 50 pounds, then go talk to somebody who's lost 50 pounds. If you want to become a doctor, then go talk to a doctor. How did they do it? What were the pitfalls? Where did they struggle? What would have made it easier? Ask them these questions. You want a marriage that'll last 50 years? Go and talk to a couple that's been married for 50 years. Go and seek out the expert in whatever you are looking for answers. Okay, if you were adopted and you've never kind of gotten over that thought that maybe, you were tossed aside rather than loved very much, which you probably were loved very much, okay? So, and I can say that being somebody who's been adopted. So, of course they loved you. They loved you enough to know that they couldn't provide you with what they wanted for you in life. And talk about unconditional love and self-sacrifice. So, but maybe you just couldn't get over it and go talk to other people that have been adopted. Well, how they've dealt with it. How they feel. And it's an important time to communicate. I'm not so sure clearly is part of it because it has been the energy, but I think it's more of a storytelling kind of energy today. And so we don't have to be as clear and precise. But when we are looking backwards today, when we are looking at some of our wounds, the struggles we've gone through, the fires we've walked through, the chaos we've survived, detach yourself from the emotion and see it under logical terms, and you will understand the sage wisdom that you got through that experience. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.